Hello, I'm Rose Jacobs for Kalkine Media, and welcome to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks. In this edition, I'll be shining a light on KB Crypto. The best way to do that is to sit down with the founder and hedge fund manager, Mr. Devon Edwards. Devon, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh yeah, it's glad to be here. I'm glad to be on the show. Thank you so much.
Now, for those at home, KB Crypto is a hedge fund that employs varied investment strategies with a view to deliver returns to its clients. The company uses its proprietary software besides channeling the expertise of its fund manager to deliver returns. The returns derived from these investments are distributed among clients in proportion to their invested funds after deducting the fund management fees. KB Crypto's actively managed fund derives variable returns from its trades and payouts paid on a weekly basis in Bitcoin, I'd like to add, to clients based on their tiers that they've opted for. Did I get that right, Devon?
Yeah, you got that exactly right.
And the point that is quite interesting for those listening at home is that KB Crypto, or headquarters, is based in the Bahamas and it operates in multiple jurisdictions. The company is harnessing the potential of idle Bitcoin holding by pooling funds of clients and placing them in alternative investment instruments. There's a lot to cover here, Devon, but first up, I believe you're not coming to us today from the Bahamas, sadly.
Right.
So tell us, where are you right now in the world?
Right. Yeah. So currently I'm located in Edmonton, Alberta, which is in Canada. So just province right next over to BC. And yeah, no, we are definitely not, I'm not physically in the Bahamas. We're just registered in the Bahamas right now, just for other legal reasons. And, we're in the process of getting regulated here in Canada with another entity. So yeah, that's the reason for that.
It's very exciting to hear about the progress happening for Canada. But if you don't mind, I'm going to picture that you're in some kind of exotic location for the purposes of our recording today. Now, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better as well. You're a technology enthusiast, quite clearly, and the founder and chief fund manager of KB Crypto. And you also strive to build a brand that weeds out weaknesses from the cryptoverse. It's quite a portfolio. How do you explain how you go about doing this?
Yeah, so the reason I started KB Crypto is it's a long story, but to kind of keep it short, is I personally have been scammed with Bitcoin scams that's happening all over the globe.
Wow.
And my friends and family have gotten scammed. And it got to a point where I didn't know I was being scammed, and I created YouTube videos talking about how great this particular service was. And I got my friends and family involved in it. And when it came time to withdraw, the thousands of dollars that I quote unquote made or saw on the screen, they started experiencing technical issues and started giving excuses, please send in more money to get your money out. And so it was just another investment scam. And that is the reason. So when that happened, I mean, that really pissed me off,
yeah,
to the core, to know that I had to go to my wife and tell her hey, this great thing that I've been telling you about is a scam. And then I have to tell my friends and family, oh my goodness, thousands of dollars has been lost because of that. So I said, never again. I'm going to create something that is legitimate with open transparency, where people can see all the money coming in, all the money going out. And what we do is I designed a system, since I have an IT background of 20 years and I have a trading background. I decided to combine the power of high frequency trading with Bitcoin and investing. So when people invest, they're investing crypto, but we take that, we convert that to US dollar, and then we trade the markets with that money, and then at the end of the week we pay that out. So everyone can see everything that's happening live, which is great.
Yeah.
We have Telegram groups, but yeah, that's just a really quick backstory of why I created KB Crypto, because we want to be a trusted name across the globe, really.
That's an extraordinary motivation. And I mean, to be honest, there's no greater motivation to succeed than to have that fire in your belly. And quite clearly, the people that scammed you scammed the wrong person with your skills and your background. And now you've been able to extraordinarily turn that around into something that's now giving back and providing a platform for other people to really to jump on board and succeed alongside you. It's that really is one of the best stories I've heard in a long time, I have to say.
Yeah.
So well done to you for turning that into the silver lining. And I'd also just like to acknowledge that this wouldn't have been an easy task for you to start this wealth creation platform. Yeah, and so we've just heard about your story of why, but now can you tell us a bit about the how?
Yeah, so the how was, with my background in IT, I know how to make money, and I knew that once I had a little bit of capital, I can take that and grow it, right? So it started off with me finding developers that can develop a site that can integrate into the blockchain, because I said to myself, okay, I know how to make money. I need to figure out a way, how can we distribute money very quickly to every person on the globe very quickly? So obviously that's crypto. And we got together and we designed, so everything is custom built. Our IP is, our intellectual property is, we have the ability to pay out every investor in a single click instantly in Bitcoin. And in the future that will expand to USDT and some other type of cryptos that we have. But right now it's Bitcoin because it's the most popular.
Yeah.
And, there's no other platform in the world that does it this way, this quickly. So we operate on speed and efficiency. So, so we just got together, we designed it, we created the site, and I got a group of 4 investors, which was a very small amount at the time. And so less than 100,000. And we got together and we created, at the time it was called KB4X. And then that branched into KB Crypto, just because the term Forex has a lot of negative connotation to it. But we, maybe crypto is not the best, not the best name for it as well. But
it's a great starting point. Yes.
Yeah, it's a great starting point. So we got KB Crypto together, and it just started blowing up. Like, we were featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Digital Journal, Cointelegraph.
And now Kalkine. I mean, really.
And now Kalkine. Exactly. Yeah. And it.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's the reason, kind of like the how we kind of started and whatnot. And just to give a little backstory on that is, with KB Crypto is registered in the Bahamas, and KB Capital is also going. We're the same company, same people. It's all me and my team. We're trying to get regulated here in Canada. We don't know if we can, but we're trying our best with lawyers and everything like that. So going forward, you might hear the term KB Capital. KB Capital is essentially KB Crypto, but yeah, that's a little backstory on that.
Good to know. Now, as you've mentioned, crypto, the positives for you are that speed and access. But as we all know, the crypto market can also be quite volatile. So, be it Bitcoin or any other asset, price can fluctuate in a very short span. What is your strategy that you employ to minimize the impact of any kind of erratic price movements?
Yeah, it's a great question. So a lot of times people think KB Crypto that we trade crypto. That is not actually true as of right now. I mean, we might in the future, but we call ourselves KB Crypto because we accept it as a form of payment. And we pay out in crypto. But in terms of what we do, like as soon as someone signs up and they deposit, that gets instantly converted to US dollar on our back end. Like, it just locks in the rate. So it doesn't really matter what happens with Bitcoin. It can fluctuate, high or low. It doesn't matter at all. So what happens is, on Friday evening, for you it's Saturday morning, people excuse me, actually Saturday midday, people receive Bitcoin. And what we tell them is, you have two options. You can, if you receive your payout, which is in Bitcoin, you can instantly convert that to your local currency. Or you can convert that into USDT or whatever type of stable coin, and it just locks in that rate. So that is how we combat Bitcoin volatility. It doesn't really matter what happens. We're actually using Bitcoin as it's intended, which is a form of payment, not as a form of wealth, trying to
great.
capitalize. We're just using it to send money back and forth. That's
Fantastic.
all we're using it for.
Okay, that does make sense. So now I'm just going to backtrack a tiny bit in terms of your story about how you got to where you are now, and the inspiration behind KB Crypto. Obviously, a lot of people out there are very wary of security scams, hacks, particularly around crypto. And having had that firsthand experience with it, I am certain one of your top priorities is to be sure that you are now offering top security to your clients. How do you go about doing that? How do you address those security concerns?
That is a great question. So I'm an IT guy by nature, 20 plus years in the industry. And that was the first thing that I thought about. I said, what do I do if I got hacked? So we have a lot of things in place. We have multi-factor authentication that is built into our site. So that is an added layer of security for our end users. If in the event we do get hacked, and for some reason all the Bitcoin wallet addresses got changed to some other random place, we would be notified immediately if that were to happen. The third thing is, if we were to get hacked and they were to somehow get into our hot wallets that we have available, there's no money in there. There's no money in there because we have a way of moving money in a way that when it comes time for payout, it's only in there for about 5-10 minutes. So the way that we process and do payouts is very, very secure. It would be extremely difficult to hack us, even on an advanced level, just due to my background in IT and security. Is it possible still? Absolutely. But with security, it's best effort. And so we use a lot of enterprise crypto security gateways that have a lot of security on their end. So they do their best and we do our best. And so far, everything's been working out great. And security is definitely top priority with us. The only thing that would not be as very secure is if the money is sitting in a broker. I would hope that their systems are secure. But once it reaches our systems and our hot wallets, then it's very, very secure.
Well, it certainly sounds as though you're covering every base that you can possibly cover. So well done to you being one step ahead with that. Now, it seems as though obviously you've got the focus on Bitcoin at this point in time. What are the plans on including other popular assets like Shiba Inu and Ether in KB Crypto's ecosystem?
Yeah, really no plans to introduce some of those other type of meme coins or whatnot. Again, we just use this as a form of payment. What is the most popular crypto that people use? That is what we're going to go for. So right now it's Bitcoin, and in the future, which it could be flipped on next week, it's very easy for us. It could be USDT or USDC. Those are very popular options. So I would say going forward, we're probably just going to stick with stable coins because that's very stable. It doesn't fluctuate, right? So going forward in the future, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months, whenever people listen to this podcast, it will be implemented.
Brilliant. Okay, now I want to know, we've learned a little bit about you, but I want to know about your team. No doubt you've hired a really great group of people who are inspiring and each play a significant role in making this so successful. Talk to us about your team, and apparently they're quite a new age group of people, forward thinking. I want to know about them.
Oh, that's a great, I've never been asked this question before. So besides myself, there is Saeed. He is our main programmer, website front end and back end database engineer.
Hmm.
He's out of Pakistan. Great guy. I've known him for quite a while. And then I have another guy who I do a lot of trading with here at KB Crypto. He is in Dubai. I
Yeah.
won't mention his name, but he's in Dubai. He's not listed on our website, but he plays a very, very critical role in what we do here at KB Crypto. And I've known him for a while as well, and we get along just fine. There's also a lady there named Layla Edwards. She is my wife.
Aha.
She's the marketing person as of right now. She does what she can. She is, you know, a mother, mom as well. So she take care of our kids. But if you go to the website, you'll see someone talking to you and giving you like, you know, hi, this is KB Crypto, welcome. That is her. So that's my wife.
Fantastic. She sounds like a phenomenal
And
woman. You
yeah,
lucky
yeah,
man. Yeah.
yeah, she's she's definitely there to help out when she can. Um, and then we have Rick. He is a financial advisor on the site, and then we have multiple salespeople as well. Some that are on the site and some that aren't. But really, it's more so a core of three of us. So myself, the guy in Dubai, and then Saeed. It's mainly the three of us that's kind of running everything, which is insane to know that it's three people that it's handling all of this, you know, volume and website traffic and everything like that as we're growing. So, but
Yeah.
that's a little bit of the team, and hopefully in the future we expand even more.
No
So.
doubt. But what a great little snapshot there of three very talented and diverse individuals from different corners of the globe. So
Mhm.
now just quickly, what are your views on blockchain? Not necessarily blockchain-based digital assets, but more as in blockchain as a technology. And specifically, do
Mhm.
you think that it can contribute to things like a decentralized Web3 and shift of power from tech giants like Facebook to real users of the
Mhm.
internet?
Yeah, you know, that's a really good question because I don't know if most people understand Web3.
Mm,
As an IT guy, I understand it. So, with Web3, from how I understand, is right now the entire internet is built on servers. So there's Amazon servers, Microsoft servers. You know, I'm sure Kalkine Media has servers that's hosting content. With Web3, there
yeah.
is no central server. It is like a distributed layer of data that's spread out all through across the internet, with, you know, different service, but it's not really in one place. And that is going to be a truly decentralized web. And when that happens,
Mm,
which it's happening right now with Web3, and it's a certain type of file encryption service that's, I can't really remember the name of it, but when
mhm.
that happens, it's going to be a really good thing. So with Web3 and blockchain, it really is the future. I know that plans are being made right now for YouTube-like services to run on blockchain, video services to run on blockchain, Twitter-like services to run on blockchain, to where you can't stop it because it's blockchain.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's irrefutable, right? I mean, there is some scary things too. Like if you can't stop that, then that means you might see other stuff you don't want to see. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of governance for that, but it will be a truly decentralized web, and I am excited for it. And I definitely know that. I know that the governments will also get involved, especially with digital currencies. I know that the government's going to be creating their own digital coin to combat cryptocurrency, because right now it's the Wild West. Like
Mm.
everything kind of is uncertain, but that will be changing 100% at least by 2030.
Oh, yeah, rapidly.
Mhm.
So I'd like to just ask, do you know if you have a particular demographic of investor? And if so, what is it?
That's a great question. The demographic that we find are people that are wanting to invest, that don't really know how to invest or what to invest. So I find that it's not really any particular age. I will say this, they're over the age of 25, and they're under the age of 80. And the reason I say
lovely big
that yes,
yeah, I love it.
that is kind of a larger, broader age audience. But
Yeah.
I have senior citizens that do come to me that don't know anything about crypto, but they understand the power of investing, right? So they come
Yes.
to us and they say, hey, I have 100 grand, I want to put this in, or I have 200 grand, I want to put this in, and I want to get a return every single week, 0.5%, 1%, and we make it happen. And I would rather have those senior citizens come to me because I think of them as like they're my elders, they're like my grandmothers and my grandfathers, right? So those are the people that get scammed the most.
Yes,
and I want to take care of them. And then we also have people on the other end where they're I would say upper middle income families where they're doing quite well for themselves, saving money, maybe 10 grand here, 50 grand there, and they want to put it somewhere. They don't want to put it in a bank, but they want to put it in somewhere that is safe. And KB Crypto is that option where they can, put their money in for, it's KB Crypto is a long-term thing, right? So it's not like a get rich quick thing. You put your money in here and you're going to get paid out every single month off of the money that we generate from your from using our high frequency trading servers. So so it's kind of people. So number one, people that are looking for investments, age 25 all the way up to senior citizens, and then upper middle class families that are just looking to get some extra cash from the savings that they've had. So
brilliant. And so what would your key advice be for these, I guess you'd say, entry level investors, with respect, of course, being cautious? Particularly when somebody prefers cryptos over traditional assets like blue chip stocks. Do you have any key advice for your investors?
Yes. This is going to sound weird, but I always tell people, don't put all of your money in one basket. Don't put everything in one place.
That doesn't sound weird at all. It sounds like very sage advice.
I've had senior citizens come to me and they want to put their life savings in KB Crypto. And I said, no, don't do that. Because you don't know what's going to happen with I don't know what's going to happen with KB Crypto in the future, but I'm very cautious and wise in regards to like making sure that you spread your money out in different investments. One of those investments or two or three are going to do well. And some aren't. We just don't know the future. So my key advice would be, you can put your money in ETFs, into stocks. Definitely put it into KB Crypto, but don't put all of your money into one area. Definitely spread it out. And one of them will be successful. So that's my key advice.
Sounds to me like your message is diversify, and you have a moral conscience, which is just delightful to hear in this day and age.
Yeah.
Now, Devon, final question for you, but in the medium to longer term, if KB Crypto would diversify into other products and sectors, can you give us any insight into what that might be?
Yeah, our goal is to be a one-stop shop related to everything for investments, trading, and crypto. So right now we're an investment company. We're a hedge fund. That's what we are. We're a hedge fund that happens to integrate with the blockchain. In about, I would say, year 2 or year 3, we would like to become a broker. And by being a broker, we would be able to accept clients that want to trade. So they want to trade commodities and CFDs, and they want to trade the stock market, right? So they'll be able to do that with leverage, and we would like to be able to offer that to them. And then around year 3 or 4, we would definitely like to operate as a cryptocurrency exchange. So that would mean if you have Bitcoin, you want to exchange that for your local currency, you would be able to do that with KB Crypto, the same way that there's Coinbase and Binance and all the other cryptocurrency exchanges. So we want to become the one-stop shop where people can come to and say, you know what, do I want to invest my money? Do I want to trade? Or do I just want to trade some crypto for something else, right? So we want to be that place, that trusted name.
Sounds great, and I think maybe you'll come up with a great name for it. KB One Stop, perhaps.
KB One Stop.
Yeah, well, I love it. That's a really great sneak peek into the future plans there, and we here at Kalkine really can't wait to watch as that starts to unfold. But Devon, that's all we have time for today. Devon Edwards, founder and hedge fund manager at KB Crypto. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it, Rose, and you have a good rest of your day.
Will do indeed. And for those listening in, if you missed any part of that chat, you can catch the full interview on our YouTube channel, Kalkine Media. So make sure you do subscribe. I'm Rose Jacobs, reminding you to stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.